Good afternoon, class. I hope you are all enjoying your Sunday afternoon. This is Professor Luna checking in with you all. I hope you are doing well and staying cool if you're experiencing this heat that we're having here today and over the weekend. I wanted to check in with you today to show you a sample essay that has a number of different elements that I will be looking for as I review your rough draft essay and your final essay. So let's get started. This source is from the online writing lab at Purdue. That's a great website. If you have not checked it out, please do so. If you have, you know how much information that website has available for you as you're thinking about how to approach the writing process, and a whole bunch of different tips, strategies, pages on formatting and citations that I've used and that I think you will find helpful. This essay sample is a MLA formatted essay. In the green text boxes, you'll see explanations of MLA style guidelines, and the blue boxes contain directions for writing and citing in MLA style. So I thought both of these boxes and their explanations were helpful to show you visually what I'll be looking for as I review your essay. To begin, the top left hand is formatted correctly. There's a title included. There's a few things I wanted to touch on briefly, and I'll wrap up this essay video. The first is the inclusion of a thesis, which is something very important and that I'll be looking for in your rough draft. So try your best to start formulating a thesis statement, and definitely in your final essay assignment. As the essay sample notes, the thesis statement is often, but not always, the last sentence of the introduction. The thesis is a clear position that you will support and develop throughout your paper. This sentence guides your paper. So the last sentence is what I want you to focus on. This sentence is going to guide your paper. It will illustrate to the reader what you're hoping to accomplish, and your introduction, body, and conclusion of the paper should align directly with that thesis statement. Avoid straying away, providing information that doesn't really support or develop or continue the conversation in relation to your thesis topic. For our class, you're going to be talking about a particular historical topic. So in your thesis statement, that should be evident. That should be something that should be clear. In this paper, I will be discussing Joaquin Murrieta and his impact on social banditry in the California Gold Rush era, something along those lines as an example. The next thing I wanted to note is the use of in-text citations. So let's move forward. Here's the first example that we can identify. One of these improvements was the development of canals and steamboats, which allowed farmers to sell what has previously been unsaleable. And this SIC indicates that there's a spelling error. So if you have any spelling errors in your citations, you'll want to look up how to properly cite that. This is one example that might be helpful. But the main reason why I wanted to show you this is because the citation includes quotation marks to indicate to the reader that this is directly from the source, and it includes the author and the page number. So please review on the OWL website or on our Southwestern College website how to utilize those in-text citations, either in MLA format or whatever format you're using. Last is the works cited page. The works cited page is a list of all the sources cited in your paper. This differs from a bibliography. In a bibliography, you would include sources that you read but didn't utilize or cite in your paper. So for your paper, please review the essay prompt. Take a look at how many sources I'd like you to use in your essay assignment. And for your works cited page, this is what I will be looking for, the proper format for MLA. Okay, if you happen to use EasyBib or any of those citation websites, I have no problem with that. Any technology or tool that we can utilize that's fair, go ahead and use it. Sometimes I feel like those sites take quite some time as well, because you're having to individually input the source information for each source. Learning how to format it yourself might be more helpful, or taking a look at a printout and then kind of copying that might be faster as well. Whatever you prefer, I have no problem with, as long as your essay works cited page matches MLA format or the format you've utilized, you're good to go. Just want to say thank you guys for checking out the video today. For the rough draft essay, I'll be looking at some work being made or work being done, some progression, hopefully a thesis statement, hopefully a couple of pages written, a works cited page with 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, 10 sources, however many sources you're going to use. All right. I purposely limited your workload last week and this week. So hopefully you've had the opportunity to utilize some of that time. I understand everybody's busy. We got all these responsibilities. We're working or we're out of work, so it's getting a little tough. So please check in if you need any help or assistance, have any questions, or want to just tell me what's going on. I'll be glad to hear from you. Thank you all to the essential workers that are out there. I know some of you have mentioned that you're still working, some of you in the health field, so I just want to give a big shout out to you. And everybody else, please stay safe. And we're going to look forward to completing this rough draft and then making some revisions and working on the final draft essay. So thank you guys. Have a great Sunday, and I'll talk to you soon. The Easter egg for this video is waves.